Well, hi guys. I want to introduce you to Max. Now, Max runs the accountability coaching for the Six program, which means every week he talks to new Six members to get them to set a goal, then holds them accountable to taking the fastest steps to reach their project and income goals. So each week they set their actions, and a week later they report back to Max on their progress. Every week members are looking to make progress towards their goals, and then you will set new actions each week and just be held accountable to them. So that's what Max does. What are we going to talk about today, Max?
The treasure hunt.
Okay, you better explain what the treasure hunt is.
Most architects have a problem. They are extremely busy with projects. Many of them are mediocre projects. They understand the value of marketing because marketing is a process of winning projects. They want to be winning better projects, so they try some marketing, but often what they try doesn't work. So they waste time and money. And because many architects are introverts, they'd rather be doing design. But they've listened to you for long enough and know what they need to be. First, a marketer of architectural services, and then an architect.
Right, and sometimes architects and designers feel a little bit embarrassed about their marketing efforts that make them feel uncomfortable. They're not used to putting themselves out there.
So the biggest question most architects have is, what should I be doing? The answer is you need to start with what we call a treasure hunt.
Right, so what is the treasure hunt?
Well, it's a series of questions that uncover golden opportunities, like a metal detector being run over land where a treasure has been hidden. These questions tell us exactly where the gold is buried.
All right, how many questions are there?
15.
Right, can you give me an example of one of your favorite questions that uncover gold from the treasure hunt?
Absolutely. This one almost always strikes gold. It's question 5, and it is, I have identified specific high-value niche markets and have a specialist marketing approach for each one.
Right, I'm going to say that again. So the question is, and it's a yes or no question, I have identified specific high-value niche markets and I have a specialist marketing approach for each one. Now, if you're listening to this, have a think about, do you have firstly, have you identified specific high-value niches, and do you have a specific marketing system for each one? Now, why do you like that question, Max?
Well, I like it because this is the first step in our 6 marketing system. Every strategy is built on top of fishing from the right fishing spot.
Great. Now, that's a good point, and I want to explain that fishing analogy you're using in a little more detail, because I think if people understand this one concept, you'll probably understand why your marketing in the past has not worked. Okay? So marketing is a lot like fishing. You have to first identify the exact type of fish you want to catch. Because until you know the fish you want to catch, then you don't know the right bait to have, you don't know the right hook to have, the right line, and as well as that, to catch the right fish, you need to be in the right location. Okay, so all those things. Marketing is a lot like fishing for a specific type of fish. Another example which might be useful is a marketing system could be compared to almost like an oil drilling well. Now, you could have the best oil drilling well in the world, but if you've put it over sand and there's no oil underneath, you're not going to pull any oil out. So the first step in marketing, as Max has pointed out, it's either identifying the right fish so that you know how to set yourself up to go and get it, or I guess it's a bit like knowing where the oil is located so that you can make sure you put your oil well on top of that. Okay, so give me one other example of what you do.
Sure. So once we've identified gold below the surface, I get the architect to assess the likely impact if he or she had something in place. For example, question 11 is, do you have a systematic processes for getting referrals from every client and prospect you meet?
Right. Now, most people get 50 to 80% of their business from referrals. So presumably and yet they don't have any referral systems. So this is a big one, because if you just identify the fact that if you just had referral systems in place, you might double, triple, or quadruple the number of referrals you put in place. So it's a great question. So if the architect answers no to this question, I don't have any systematic processes for getting referrals, and like I said, that'd probably be 95% of them, Max will then ask, if you have referral systems in place, systematic referral systems, how would that financially impact your business over the next 12 months? So your options will be high, medium, or low. Now, you'll say high if you think it would have more than a $20,000 impact, or £20,000 or 20,000 euros, or whatever it is for you. You might answer medium if it's between 5 and 20,000, or low if it's less than 5,000. Okay, so you choose the impact you think it will have. I think with referrals, for most people, they'd probably say it would have at least a high impact. So you can see that by running the metal detector over the soil and getting an architect to assess the upside, Max can evaluate 12 different locations for you to start digging. Now, all 12 areas directly relate to the 6 marketing systems. So you can either go, great, now I know where to dig, and you can go off on your own, or you can say, no, that makes sense. I think there's enough upside here that coaching with you might be a smart thing to look into. Now, if that's the case, what happens, Max?
Well, I can schedule an appointment with Sue, our client services manager, and Sue can run through the coaching options.
Okay, so the call with you, the treasure hunt, is purely about identifying opportunities. People cannot join 6 or any other program on this call.
No, all we can do is schedule a call with Sue.
Great. So at the end, what does the designer walk away with from this treasure hunt session?
So you'll get a copy of the one-page worksheet we will go through, plus I'll send you a very powerful video outlining another very important step. This video shows you how to work out your numbers.
Now, what do you mean numbers specifically?
Specifically, you will plug numbers into the spreadsheet, your desired income level.
Okay, so it's working backwards from the income level. So the architect will put in how much money they want to be earning. Then what?
Well, then you plug in your average fee value and estimate your conversion rates. The video and matching spreadsheet will tell you exactly how many leads, appointments, and LCCs you'll need to hit to reach your designed income level. Once you know how many leads and appointments you'll need, then we have our marketing KPIs.
Right, so your marketing KPIs is a marketing dashboard. It's like a car dashboard that tells you exactly how fast you need to go to get to your desired destination in a certain time frame. Okay, so go to the link somewhere in this email or on this page, and if you're open to getting some help to win better projects, and you want to know specifically what to do to increase your income and win better projects, then click on the link and go through and schedule a session with Max. Max, how long does this session typically take?
Only about 20 minutes.
Okay, great. You've run this on with a number of architects. Any final thoughts?
Yes, absolutely. So if you do not know what the 6 program is and you'd like to know the impact it can have on your business, then this is a very valuable insight. You'll walk away knowing exactly what is missing from your project winning toolkit, and that allows you to do something about it. You can't fix what you cannot see or are not aware of.
Good point. So my final point would be, if you've got no interest in getting coaching, please don't book the treasure hunt with Max. He gets pretty well booked up. But if you are open to the idea of getting help, then this session will be very valuable for you. So hit the link, go choose a time to meet with Max, And if you get in there and you see that all the time slots are taken, and this happens sometimes, don't panic. There will be a facility where you can leave your name and email address, and someone will come back to you when time slots become available. Max, thank you very much.
You're welcome.